In the beginning, before the worlds took shape, there was only a vast, empty void called Ginnungagap. From this emptiness sprang Ymir, the first being, a giant whose body would become the foundation of the cosmos. As Ymir slept, strange and wonderful things began to happen. From his sweat, new giants emerged, and his body became the birthplace of many beings, including the dwarfs. Ymir's massive form lay across the void, and from the dark recesses of his flesh, the dwarfs began to take shape. They were small and shadowy, emerging like maggots from the lifeless body. Yet, unlike maggots, they were filled with potential and a spark of life. Their beginnings were humble, but their destiny was intertwined with the very fabric of creation. As Ymir's body gave rise to these beings, the gods Odin, Vili, and Ve looked upon the chaos and decided to bring order to the world. They slew Ymir, and from his colossal body, they crafted the universe. His blood became the seas, his flesh the earth, his bones the mountains, and his skull the sky. The sparks from Muspelheim became the stars, and his brain scattered to form the clouds. In this act of creation, Odin and his brothers saw the dwarfs. They recognized that these beings, born from the flesh of the first giant, had the potential to shape the world with their hands and minds. The gods decided to grant them consciousness and purpose. Odin, with his boundless wisdom, breathed life into them, transforming them from mere creatures into beings of great skill and intelligence. The newly awakened dwarfs were given the task of delving into the depths of the earth, mining its treasures, and crafting wonders. They set to work, their small hands tirelessly chiseling, forging, and shaping. They created intricate tunnels and vast halls beneath the mountains, places filled with the glow of precious gems and metals. Their craftsmanship was unmatched, and their creations soon drew the attention of the gods. One of the most significant contributions of the dwarfs was their role in making items of immense power for the gods. When Thor needed a weapon to protect Asgard and Midgard, it was the dwarfs who forged Mjolnir, his mighty hammer. This creation was not merely a tool of destruction, it was a symbol of protection and divine strength. The hammer, with its power to summon thunder and lightning, became a central icon in the tales of Thor's bravery and battles against the giants. Another tale tells of the dwarfs crafting the chains that bound the monstrous wolf Fenrir. Gleipnir, the magical ribbon, was made from ingredients that seemed impossible: the sound of a cat's footsteps, the beard of a woman, the roots of a mountain, the breath of a fish, and the spittle of a bird. The dwarfs' ingenuity and mastery of the arcane allowed them to create this unbreakable bond, holding Fenrir until the time of Ragnarok. The dwarfs' relationship with the gods was complex. They were respected for their skills, but also feared for their cunning and occasional malevolence. Loki, the trickster god, often interacted with the dwarfs, sometimes to disastrous effect. In one story, Loki, having cut off the golden hair of Sif, Thor's wife, was forced to seek the dwarfs' help to replace it. The dwarfs not only made new hair for Sif, which grew like living gold, but also created other magnificent items, including Odin's spear, Gungnir, and the ship Skidbladnir. Despite their small size and humble origins, the dwarfs played a crucial role in the unfolding drama of the Norse cosmos. Their creations were not just tools and weapons, they were works of art imbued with magic and meaning. They shaped the destiny of gods and men alike, their influence extending far beyond their underground homes. In their dimly lit forges, the dwarfs toiled with a dedication and passion that echoed through the ages. They took the raw materials of the earth, the bones of the world, and transformed them into items of beauty and power. Each piece they crafted carried a part of their spirit, a testament to their skill and creativity. These artifacts became legendary, their stories intertwined with those of the gods who wielded them. Odin, with his all-seeing eye, knew the value of the dwarfs and their creations. He understood that their presence in the world was a delicate balance of order and chaos, creativity and destruction. The dwarfs, with their knowledge of the earth's secrets and their unparalleled craftsmanship, were essential to maintaining this balance. They were the silent architects of the cosmos, their hands shaping the fate of all who walked upon it. Through their hard work and ingenuity, the dwarfs elevated themselves from their humble beginnings. They became more than mere creatures born from the flesh of a giant. They became symbols of resilience and creativity. Their legacy is one of transformation, showing that even the smallest beings can have a profound impact on the world. In the heart of the earth, far beneath the surface where sunlight never reaches, lies a world of wonder and mystery. This is the domain of the dwarfs, a place where shadows dance with flickering torchlight, and the air hums with the sound of hammers striking anvils. Here, in the depths of Nidavellir and Svartalfheim, the dwarfs have built their magnificent underground kingdoms. Nidavellir, one of the 9 worlds connected by Yggdrasil, is a sprawling labyrinth of tunnels and caverns. The walls of these tunnels are studded with precious gems and veins of glittering metal, a testament to the wealth hidden within the earth. The dwarfs, with their keen eyes and deft hands, have carved out grand halls and intricate passageways, creating a subterranean city that defies imagination. Walking through Nidavellir, one would be struck by the sheer scale and beauty of the dwarven craftsmanship. Every pillar and archway is a work of art, adorned with intricate carvings that tell the stories of the gods and the history of the dwarfs. The ceilings, high and vaulted, are encrusted with crystals that catch the light and create a sparkling canopy overhead. In the grand halls, massive forges roar with fire, casting a warm, golden glow that illuminates the tireless work of the dwarfs. These forges are the lifeblood of Nidavellir. It is here that the dwarfs create their legendary weapons and artifacts, using ancient techniques passed down through generations. The air is filled with the scent of molten metal and the rhythmic clang of hammers. Sparks fly as the dwarfs shape raw materials into items of incredible beauty and power. Each creation is a masterpiece, a blend of artistry and magic that reflects the skill and dedication of its maker. In contrast to the bustling activity of Nidavellir, Svartalfheim is a place of quiet mystery. This world is often shrouded in darkness, with only the occasional glimmer of bioluminescent fungi to light the way. The atmosphere here is more subdued, the silence broken only by the soft murmurs of flowing underground rivers and the distant echoes of unseen creatures. Svartalfheim is the home of the Dark Elves, or Svartalfar, who are often associated with the dwarfs. Though similar in their affinity for the underground, the Dark Elves are more secretive and elusive. Their dwellings are hidden within the deepest recesses of the earth, blending seamlessly with the natural rock formations. These hidden sanctuaries are places of profound beauty, where the Dark Elves weave magic and craft items of subtle elegance and immense power. The architecture of Svartalfheim is both haunting and beautiful. The caverns are vast and echoing, with walls that glisten with the faint light of glowing minerals. Stalactites and stalagmites, some as tall as ancient trees, create a forest of stone that stretches into the darkness. The Dark Elves move silently through these natural cathedrals, their presence almost ghostly. Despite the differences between Nidavellir and Svartalfheim, there is a profound connection between the two. The dwarfs and Dark Elves share a deep bond with the earth, a respect for its secrets and treasures. They understand the power that lies beneath the surface and the responsibility that comes with wielding it. This connection is reflected in their craftsmanship, which is infused with a magic that draws from the very essence of the earth. In both Nidavellir and Svartalfheim, the sense of community among the dwarfs and Dark Elves is strong. They work together, each contributing their unique skills and knowledge to the collective effort. There is a sense of pride in their work, a recognition that they are part of something greater than themselves. This pride is evident in the way they speak of their creations and the care with which they craft each item. Living in these underground kingdoms is not without its challenges. The darkness can be oppressive, and the constant toil demanding. Yet, the dwarfs and Dark Elves find solace and purpose in their work. They draw strength from the earth, from the knowledge that they are shaping the world in their own way. Their creations are not just objects, they are extensions of their spirit, symbols of their resilience and ingenuity. The stories of Nidavellir and Svartalfheim are filled with awe and admiration. Tales of great heroes and epic battles are etched into the walls of the caverns, reminders of the courage and strength of those who came before. These stories inspire the dwarfs and Dark Elves, reminding them of their heritage and the legacy they are building. In the heart of these underground kingdoms, time seems to stand still. The dwarfs and Dark Elves move with a quiet determination, their lives intertwined with the rhythm of the earth. Their work is a labor of love, a testament to their enduring spirit and their unbreakable bond with the world beneath the surface. As you stand in the depths of Nidavellir or Svartalfheim, surrounded by the echoes of hammers and the glint of precious gems, you can feel the pulse of the earth, the heartbeat of the dwarfs and dark elves who call these places home. It is a world of wonder and mystery, a testament to the power of craftsmanship and the enduring spirit of those who shaped the world from the shadows. Beneath the surface of the earth, in the dimly lit forges and expansive caverns, live beings who embody both the raw power and intricate beauty of the world below. These are the dwarfs of Norse mythology, creatures whose physical traits and supernatural abilities set them apart as some of the most fascinating beings in the mythological tapestry. From the moment you lay eyes on a dwarf, you can sense the connection they have with the earth. They are shorter and stouter than humans, their bodies solid and resilient like the rocks they call home. Their faces are often framed by thick, bushy beards, which they wear with pride. These beards, along with their hair, can be as dark as the deepest cave or as red as molten lava, reflecting the fiery forges they work in. Their eyes are a wonder to behold. They shine like polished gems, sparkling with intelligence and a hint of mischief. These eyes can see in the dark, allowing them to navigate their underground realms with ease. Their vision is sharp and discerning, able to spot the finest details in the materials they work with, ensuring that their creations are perfect in every aspect. Dwarfs possess a strength that belies their size. Their muscles are like coiled steel, built from years of labor in the mines and forges. They can lift heavy anvils and wield massive hammers with ease, their physical prowess unmatched by any human. This strength is not just physical but also mental. Dwarfs are known for their resilience and endurance, able to work tirelessly for days on end without rest. Longevity is another remarkable trait of the dwarfs. They live far longer than humans, their lifespan stretching across centuries. This extended life allows them to perfect their craft, accumulating skills and knowledge over generations. Their age brings wisdom, and their wisdom is evident in the masterpieces they create. Each wrinkle on their face tells a story, each scar a testament to their long and industrious lives. But it is their supernatural abilities that truly set the dwarfs apart. These beings are more than mere craftsmen, they are wielders of ancient and powerful magic. This magic is infused into their creations, turning ordinary objects into legendary artifacts. A sword forged by a dwarf is not just a weapon, it is an extension of their soul, imbued with enchantments that make it unbreakable and deadly. One of the most famous examples of their magical prowess is the creation of Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. This hammer is not only capable of summoning thunder and lightning but also always returns to Thor's hand, no matter how far it is thrown. Such is the magic and skill of the dwarfs that they can bend the laws of nature to their will, creating items that defy logic and reality. Dwarfs also have a deep understanding of the earth and its secrets. They can sense the presence of precious metals and gems, their connection to the earth almost mystical. This ability allows them to mine with incredible efficiency, uncovering treasures hidden deep within the ground. They can shape these materials with a finesse that seems almost supernatural, turning raw ore into objects of stunning beauty and power. Their supernatural abilities are not limited to their craftsmanship. Some dwarfs possess the gift of foresight, able to glimpse into the future and see events yet to unfold. This ability makes them invaluable allies and dangerous enemies, as they can anticipate and plan for future occurrences with uncanny accuracy. Their knowledge of the arcane is vast, and they are often sought out for their wisdom and counsel. Despite their formidable abilities, dwarfs are not without their flaws. They can be fiercely protective of their creations and their homes, sometimes to the point of greed and isolation. They are known to hold grudges and can be vengeful when wronged. Their love for treasure and precious items can sometimes lead them astray, blinding them to other important aspects of life. Yet, it is this combination of strength, skill, and supernatural ability that makes the dwarfs such compelling figures in Norse mythology. They are beings of contrasts, as solid and unyielding as the mountains, yet capable of creating objects of delicate beauty. Their magic is both a gift and a burden, a source of great power and potential conflict. In the dim light of their underground forges, the dwarfs continue their work, their hands shaping the destiny of gods and men alike. Each stroke of the hammer, each spark from the anvil, is a testament to their enduring spirit and their unmatched skill. The physical characteristics and supernatural abilities of the dwarfs make them not just inhabitants of their hidden realms, but also key players in the grand saga of the Norse cosmos. Their stories, like their creations, are timeless, echoing through the ages with the same resonance as the ringing of their hammers in the heart of the earth. In the depths of the earth, where the air is thick with the scent of iron and the glow of molten metal illuminates the darkness, the dwarfs have built a society as strong and enduring as the mountains that shelter them. This is a world where every chisel mark and hammer strike tells a story, where the bonds of kinship are as unbreakable as the enchanted chains they forge. Dwarven society is structured around clans, each one a tightly knit family bound by blood, tradition, and a shared history. These clans are the heart of their social structure, providing support, identity, and a sense of belonging. Each clan has its own crest and colors, proudly displayed on banners and armor. These symbols are more than just decoration, they represent the honor and legacy of generations of craftsmen and warriors. Leadership within the clans is earned through merit and wisdom. The clan leaders, known as thanes, are respected not only for their skills in forging and mining but also for their ability to guide and protect their people. These leaders are chosen for their experience and their deep understanding of dwarven traditions and lore. They carry the weight of their ancestors' expectations and the responsibility of ensuring the prosperity and safety of their clan. The High Thane, the leader of all the clans, is a figure of immense authority and respect. This position is not inherited but earned through deeds and the consensus of the Thanes. The High Thane must be a master of diplomacy, capable of navigating the complex relationships between the clans and mediating disputes with fairness and wisdom. Their leadership is marked by a deep commitment to the well-being of all dwarfs, a role that demands both strength and compassion. Daily life in dwarven society is a blend of hard work, rich tradition, and communal harmony. From dawn until the last embers of the forge die down, the halls of the dwarfs echo with the sounds of industry. Every dwarf, from the youngest apprentice to the most seasoned craftsman, has a role to play. Children are taught the basics of their future trades from an early age, learning to handle tools and understand the properties of different metals and stones. The forges are the heart of dwarven life. Here, dwarfs work tirelessly, their hands shaping the future as they create weapons, armor, and intricate artifacts. The heat of the forge and the rhythmic clang of hammers are a constant backdrop to their lives. The air is filled with the scent of burning coal and the metallic tang of molten iron, a reminder of their ceaseless labor and the pride they take in their work. But life is not all toil and no joy. Dwarfs have a rich cultural heritage filled with music, storytelling, and celebration. Their songs, often sung in deep, resonant voices, tell tales of heroic deeds, ancient battles, and the creation of legendary artifacts. These songs are passed down through generations, each note and word a link to their ancestors and their storied past. Festivals are an integral part of dwarven culture. These celebrations are marked by feasting, dancing, and the telling of grand tales. The grandest of these is the Festival of the Forge, a time when all work stops, and the dwarfs gather to honor their craft and their gods. Massive tables groan under the weight of rich foods and ale, and the air is filled with laughter and song. It is a time for the clans to come together, to reaffirm their bonds, and to celebrate their shared heritage. Traditions play a crucial role in maintaining the cohesion and identity of dwarven society. Rites of passage, such as the coming-of-age ceremony, mark important milestones in a dwarf's life. During these ceremonies, young dwarfs are presented with their first set of tools, handcrafted by their parents or mentors. This gift symbolizes their entry into adulthood and their acceptance of the responsibilities that come with it. Marriage in dwarven society is a deeply significant event, uniting not just two individuals but also their clans. The wedding ceremony is a grand affair, filled with ritual and symbolism. Rings are exchanged, forged from the finest metals and engraved with runes of protection and prosperity. These rings are not merely symbols of love, but also of the unbreakable bond between the couple and their clans. Despite their gruff exterior, dwarfs are fiercely loyal and protective of their families and friends. Their homes are places of warmth and comfort, filled with the scent of hearty meals and the sound of laughter. The hearth is the center of the home, a place where stories are shared and memories are made. Dwarfs cherish these moments of togetherness, finding strength and solace in their close-knit communities. The values of honor, duty, and craftsmanship are deeply ingrained in dwarven culture. Every item they create, every action they take, is a reflection of these values. They believe that their work is an extension of themselves, a way to leave a lasting legacy. This belief drives them to constantly strive for perfection, to push the boundaries of their skill and creativity. In the quiet moments, when the forges are silent and the halls are filled with the soft glow of lamplight, dwarfs reflect on their place in the world. They think of the ancestors who came before them, of the hardships they endured and the triumphs they achieved. They feel a profound connection to the earth, to the stones and metals that have shaped their lives and their destiny. Dwarven society and culture are a testament to the enduring spirit of these remarkable beings. Their lives, filled with hard work, rich traditions, and unbreakable bonds, are a celebration of resilience and creativity. Through their craftsmanship and their unwavering commitment to their values, the dwarfs carve their legacy into the very heart of the earth, leaving behind a story that will be told for generations to come. In the dimly lit forges beneath the earth, the air thick with the scent of molten metal and the rhythmic clang of hammers, the dwarfs work tirelessly. Each strike of their tools echoes with centuries of tradition, every spark a testament to their unparalleled skill. These master craftsmen are not just laborers but artists and magicians, their creations infused with both beauty and power. Among the dwarfs, there are those whose names are whispered with reverence and awe. Renowned blacksmiths like Cindry and Brokkr, whose hands have shaped some of the most legendary items in all of Norse mythology. Their forges are places of wonder, where raw materials are transformed into objects of immense power and exquisite beauty. These craftsmen possess an innate understanding of the earth's secrets, their knowledge passed down through generations, their skills honed to perfection. One of the most famous creations to come from the dwarven forges is Mjolnir, the mighty hammer wielded by Thor, the god of thunder. This hammer is not just a weapon but a symbol of protection and divine power. It has the ability to summon thunder and lightning, a force of nature harnessed within its unbreakable form. Mjolnir always returns to Thor's hand, no matter how far it is thrown, a testament to the dwarf's mastery of enchantment and craftsmanship. The creation of Mjolnir was no ordinary feat. It required the perfect balance of skill, magic, and determination, and it stands as a pinnacle of what dwarven smiths can achieve. Another marvel of dwarven craftsmanship is Gleipnir, the magical chain used to bind the fearsome wolf Fenrir. Crafted by the dwarfs from 6 seemingly impossible ingredients, the sound of a cat's footsteps, the beard of a woman, the roots of a mountain, the sinews of a bear, the breath of a fish, and the spittle of a bird, Gleipnir was deceptively thin and supple, yet stronger than any iron chain. The dwarfs' ability to weave such a complex enchantment into the fabric of this chain speaks to their deep understanding of magic and their ability to manipulate it with unparalleled precision. The dwarfs' creations extend beyond weapons and bindings. They are also known for crafting treasures and artifacts of incredible beauty and power. One such item is Draupnir, a golden ring possessed by Odin, the All-Father. Draupnir has the magical ability to replicate itself, creating 8 new rings of equal beauty and value every 9 nights. This ring is a symbol of wealth and abundance, a constant reminder of the dwarf's ability to create not just functional items, but objects that hold profound symbolic meaning. The dwarf's magic is woven into their craftsmanship in ways that defy ordinary understanding. Their forges are places where the boundaries between the physical and the mystical blur, where the act of creation is a sacred ritual. The flames that fuel their forges are more than just sources of heat, they are conduits of magical energy, their flickering light a dance of ancient runes and incantations. Each item they create is imbued with a piece of their spirit, a reflection of their dedication and their deep connection to the earth. The dwarf's relationship with the gods is complex and multifaceted. They are both revered and feared for their skills, their creations coveted by gods and mortals alike. Yet, their work is not always freely given. There are tales of trickery and bargains, of gods who must earn or pay dearly for the treasures they seek. Loki, the trickster god, is often entangled in these stories, his mischief leading to both conflict and creation. When Loki cut off Sif's golden hair, it was the dwarfs who fashioned new hair from pure gold, along with other magnificent gifts to appease the wrath of Thor. Their ability to create such wondrous items lies in their deep understanding of both the physical properties of materials and the mystical forces that bind the universe together. They know how to coax the hidden potential out of metal and stone, how to infuse their creations with the essence of the earth itself. This combination of craftsmanship and magic is what makes their work so extraordinary, so capable of withstanding the test of time and the ravages of battle. Dwarven artifacts are not merely tools or decorations, they are extensions of the dwarf's very essence, symbols of their enduring spirit and their relentless pursuit of perfection. Each item tells a story, not just of its creation but of the hands that shaped it and the magic that breathes life into it. The dwarf's legacy is etched into every blade, every chain, every ring, a legacy that endures as long as the earth itself. In the heart of their underground forges, the dwarfs continue to work, their hammers ringing out a song of creation and enchantment. Their craftsmanship and magic are inseparable, each enhancing the other, resulting in creations that are as functional as they are beautiful, as powerful as they are enduring. The dwarfs' mastery of their craft is a testament to their unyielding spirit and their deep connection to the world beneath the surface, a world where magic and metal intertwine to create wonders that will be remembered for all time. In the vast tapestry of Norse mythology, where gods and giants clash and destinies are woven by the Norns, the relationship between the dwarfs and Odin stands out as a profound and intricate bond. This connection is a blend of reverence, respect, and an acknowledgement of mutual dependence, resulting in tales that resonate with the very essence of creation and power. Odin, the All-Father, is a god of wisdom, war, and magic. His thirst for knowledge is insatiable, his quest for power relentless. It is within the hidden forges and shadowy depths of the earth that Odin finds allies in the dwarfs, whose unparalleled craftsmanship and magical prowess make them indispensable to his grand designs. One of the most poignant tales of Odin's interactions with the dwarfs is the creation of his spear, Gungnir. This spear, forged by the master smiths Cindry and Brokkr, is not just a weapon but a symbol of Odin's authority and power. Gungnir never misses its mark, a testament to the dwarf's skill and the enchantments they wove into its creation. The moment Odin took Gungnir in his hand, he felt the essence of the earth and the might of the dwarfs flow through him, a connection that bolstered his dominion over the 9 worlds. The relationship between Odin and the dwarfs is also marked by the creation of Draupnir, the golden ring that drips wealth. Crafted by the same gifted brothers, Draupnir is a marvel of both beauty and magic. Every 9th night, it produces 8 identical rings, a never-ending source of riches. Odin's acquisition of Draupnir speaks to the deep trust and mutual respect between him and the dwarfs, recognizing their unparalleled ability to infuse objects with potent magic. The story of the mead of poetry is another significant myth that highlights the interaction between Odin and the dwarfs. Kvasir, born of the saliva of the Aesir and Vanir, was a being of immense wisdom. After his murder by the dwarf's jailer and Galar, his blood was mixed with honey to create the mead of poetry, a drink that grants the gift of eloquence and inspiration. Odin, ever in pursuit of wisdom and power, undertakes a perilous journey to obtain the mead. His eventual success, often through trickery and transformation, showcases not only his cunning but also the dwarf's crucial role in the distribution of magical and divine knowledge. The most gripping tale of their interactions involves the creation of Gleipnir, the magical chain used to bind the monstrous wolf Fenrir. Fenrir, prophesied to bring about great destruction during Ragnarok, could not be restrained by any ordinary means. The gods turned to the dwarfs for a solution. Using their profound knowledge and mystical craftsmanship, the dwarfs created Gleipnir from 6 impossible ingredients. When Odin saw Gleipnir, he knew it was the only thing that could hold Fenrir. The moment of binding Fenrir was fraught with tension, the wolf's howls echoing through the realms, a testament to the desperate measures taken to prevent the foretold chaos. Odin's reliance on the dwarfs' ingenuity in this critical moment underscores their vital role in the cosmic order. Odin's eye, sacrificed for wisdom at Mimir's well, might be another subtle nod to his respect for the dwarfs' deep connection to the earth and its secrets. While the tale does not directly involve the dwarfs, it parallels their own sacrifices and dedication to their craft, their willingness to endure great hardship to achieve mastery and understanding. Yet, their relationship is not without its shadows. There is an underlying tension, a recognition of the dwarfs' formidable power and the potential threat they pose. This is evident in the way some tales depict the dwarfs' trickery or greed, as seen in the story of Andvari's ring. Loki, on a quest for treasure, encounters Andvari, a dwarf with the power to transform into a fish. Forced to surrender his hoard, Andvari curses the ring, setting off a chain of events that lead to tragedy and conflict. Odin, aware of the power and peril inherent in the dwarfs' creations, approaches them with both respect and caution. In quieter moments, when the clamor of the forge subsides and the glow of embers casts long shadows on the stone walls, one can almost hear the whispered conversations between Odin and the master smiths. These are moments of exchange not just of objects, but of wisdom and foresight. The dwarfs, with their hands hardened by labor and minds sharp with ancient knowledge, understand the weight of the worlds that Odin bears. They share with him the burden of creation and destruction, knowing that their work will shape the fate of gods and men alike. The bond between Odin and the dwarfs is a dance of light and shadow, of creation and control. It is a relationship forged in the heart of the earth, tempered by mutual respect and the acknowledgement of each other's indispensable role in the grand design of the cosmos. Through their interactions, myths come alive, echoing the timeless truth that even the mightiest of gods need allies in the hidden depths, where magic and craftsmanship intertwine to shape the destiny of all things. In the heart of the Norse cosmos, where gods tread the line between the mortal and the divine, the bond between Thor and the dwarfs is etched in legends that resonate with power and wonder. Thor, the god of thunder, whose might shakes the very foundations of the world, shares a profound connection with the master craftsmen of the underground forges. This bond is woven with tales of extraordinary artifacts and heroic encounters that stir the soul and ignite the imagination. Thor's most iconic weapon, Mjolnir, is a creation that stands as a testament to the dwarf's unparalleled skill and magical prowess. The story of Mjolnir's creation is one of both mischief and magnificence. Loki, the trickster god, had cut off the golden hair of Sif, Thor's wife. To avoid Thor's wrath, Loki sought the help of the dwarfs, promising to bring back treasures to appease the god of thunder. In the depths of their forges, the legendary blacksmiths Cindry and Brokkr set to work. With flames dancing and hammers ringing, they crafted 3 wondrous items, among them the mighty Mjolnir. Despite Loki's attempts to sabotage their work by transforming into a fly and biting Brokkr, the dwarf's skill prevailed. Mjolnir emerged with a short handle due to Loki's interference, but its power was undeniable. Thor's joy and gratitude were immeasurable when he first held Mjolnir, feeling the raw energy and unbreakable bond between the weapon and himself. Every time Thor wields Mjolnir, summoning thunder and lightning, the spirit of the dwarf's craftsmanship reverberates through the cosmos. Beyond Mjolnir, the dwarfs crafted many other artifacts that aided Thor in his quests. One such item is the iron gauntlets, Jarngripr, which Thor wears to handle Mjolnir's immense power. These gauntlets are a work of art and strength, their intricate designs concealing the enchantments that enable Thor to wield his hammer with precision and might. Alongside the gauntlets, the dwarfs created Megingr, a magical belt that doubles Thor's already formidable strength. Each time Thor dons Megingr, he feels an overwhelming surge of power, a gift from the dwarfs that enables him to protect Asgard and Midgard from the forces of chaos. The bond between Thor and the dwarfs is also marked by tales of notable encounters and alliances. One of the most heart-touching stories involves Thor's journey to retrieve his stolen hammer. The giant Thrym had stolen Mjolnir and demanded Freya as his bride in exchange for its return. In a cunning plan devised by Loki, Thor disguised himself as Freya and infiltrated Thrym's hall. The dwarfs, aware of Thor's plight, provided additional enchanted items to aid in his ruse. When Thrym brought forth Mjolnir to consecrate the union, Thor seized the moment. Casting off his disguise, he grasped Mjolnir, and with a thunderous roar, he struck down Thrym and his kin. The dwarfs' support and their magical creations played a crucial role in this daring rescue, cementing their bond with Thor through shared victory and valor. The tales of Thor's interactions with the dwarfs are also filled with moments of mutual respect and camaraderie. The dwarfs, while often gruff and reclusive, recognize in Thor a kindred spirit, a being of immense strength and unwavering honor. Their alliances are forged in the crucible of necessity and mutual benefit, each recognizing the other's unique contributions to the protection and prosperity of the realms. In times of peace, Thor often visits the dwarfs' underground kingdoms, marveling at their latest creations and sharing stories of his adventures. These visits are marked by feasts and celebrations, where the air is filled with the scent of roasted meats and the sound of dwarven songs echoing through the caverns. In quieter moments, the bond between Thor and the dwarfs is palpable in the way they work together. When Thor requires a new weapon or armor, he descends into the depths of the earth, knowing that the dwarfs' forges hold the answer to his needs. The dwarfs, with their deep understanding of metallurgy and enchantment, listen to Thor's requirements and set to work with a seriousness and dedication that reflects their respect for him. The creation of each new artifact is a labor of love, a testament to the dwarfs' commitment to aiding their ally in his endless battle against the forces of chaos. The stories of Thor and the dwarfs are not merely tales of gods and craftsmen, they are narratives that speak to the heart, filled with emotion and the enduring spirit of collaboration. Each artifact they create, each battle they fight together, strengthens the bond between them. Their relationship is a shining example of how the divine and the mortal, the magical and the mundane, can come together to forge a legacy that endures through the ages. In the end, the bond between Thor and the dwarfs is more than just an alliance. It is a testament to the power of unity, the magic of creation, and the enduring strength of friendship. Through their shared stories and remarkable artifacts, they have carved a place in the hearts of all who hear their tales, reminding us that even in the darkest times, the light of collaboration and respect can forge the mightiest of bonds. In the shadowy corners of Norse mythology, where light and darkness intertwine, the relationship between the dwarfs and Loki, the trickster god, unfolds in tales filled with cunning, bargains, and conflict. Loki, ever the mischief maker, found both allies and adversaries in the dwarfs, whose unmatched craftsmanship and deep-seated pride made them formidable players in his schemes. The tale of Sif's golden hair begins with a cruel prank. Sif, the wife of Thor, was known for her long, golden hair that flowed like sunlight itself. One night, driven by his insatiable desire for chaos, Loki sneaked into her chamber and cut off her beautiful locks. When Thor discovered what Loki had done, his rage was thunderous, shaking the very foundations of Asgard. To avoid Thor's wrath, Loki promised to replace Sif's hair with something even more magnificent. With a heart full of mischief and a mind teeming with schemes, Loki descended into the underground forges of the dwarfs. He sought out the brothers Cindry and Brokkr, whose skills were legendary. Loki, with his silver tongue and sharp wit, convinced them to create not only new hair for Sif but also other treasures for the gods. The dwarfs, eager to showcase their talents and perhaps out of curiosity for the trickster's game, agreed. As the fires roared and the hammers rang, Cindry and Brokkr worked their magic. They crafted a headpiece of spun gold so fine it seemed to flow like liquid sunlight, destined to become Sif's new hair. The moment Thor placed the golden hair on Sif's head, it bonded with her scalp, growing as naturally as her original hair, even more radiant than before. Thor's gratitude was immense, and Sif's beauty, now enhanced, shone with the splendor of the dwarf's artistry. But Loki's bargain did not end there. The dwarfs, in their forges, also created other extraordinary items: Skidbladnir, a ship that could be folded and carried in a pocket but expand to carry an entire army, and Gungnir, Odin's spear that never missed its mark. These creations were masterpieces, each imbued with magic and unmatched craftsmanship. However, Loki's deceitful nature could not rest. He boasted to the dwarf brothers Sindri and Brokkr that no other dwarfs could create treasures to match those he had already secured. Taking the bait, Sindri and Brokkr accepted the challenge. With Loki as their reluctant assistant, the brothers set to work, crafting even more wonders: the golden Borgul and Bursti, the ring Draupnir, and the mighty hammer Mjolnir. As the brothers toiled, Loki, desperate to sabotage their work and win his wager, transformed into a fly. He bit Brokkr repeatedly, hoping to break his concentration. Despite the pain and distraction, Brokkr continued his work with unwavering determination. When the items were completed, they were presented to the gods. Although Mjolnir's handle was shorter than intended due to Loki's interference, its power was undeniable. Thor, with his mighty hammer, felt an unbreakable bond with the weapon, a testament to the dwarf's skill and Loki's unintended hand in its creation. Loki's tricks and bargains with the dwarfs were not limited to creation. There were times when his cunning led to conflicts and curses. One such tale involves Andvari, a dwarf with the ability to transform into a fish. Loki, on a quest to find a ransom for the god of fertility, Njord's son, captured Andvari and forced him to surrender his hoard of gold. Among the treasures was a cursed ring, Andvarinot, which Andvari warned would bring doom to its bearer. Loki, dismissive of the warning, handed the treasure over, setting off a chain of events that led to tragedy and strife among gods and mortals alike. The relationship between Loki and the dwarfs is a dance of light and shadow, trust and betrayal. There are moments when their interactions bring about wonders that benefit all of Asgard, and others where Loki's deceit leads to unforeseen consequences. The dwarfs, with their unwavering pride and unparalleled skill, find themselves both victims and victors in Loki's ever-spinning web of trickery. In the quiet aftermath of these encounters, the dwarfs retreat to their forges, their hammers ringing with a mix of triumph and caution. They know that Loki's presence, whether as a benefactor or a saboteur, leaves a mark on their work and their world. Their creations, born of fire and magic, carry the stories of their interactions with the trickster god, each artifact a testament to the complex dance between creation and chaos. In these tales, the dwarfs and Loki are bound by threads of fate and fortune, their stories etched into the very fabric of Norse mythology. Their encounters are a testament to the power of wit, the allure of beauty, and the unyielding strength of craftsmanship, resonating with the timeless echoes of laughter, struggle, and the shimmering glow of spun gold. In the vast and echoing halls of Asgard, where gods tread in the air hums with the power of the divine, there lived a dwarf known as Alvis, the Wise. His name, meaning all-wise, was a testament to his unparalleled knowledge and wisdom. Alvis was not just any dwarf, his intellect was a beacon, and his reputation spread across the realms, whispering of his profound understanding of the cosmos. One fateful evening, the sound of heavy footfalls echoed through the great hall as Thor, the god of thunder, returned from his adventures. As Thor entered, his gaze fell upon a small figure, standing confidently in the midst of the grandeur. It was Alvis, whose presence seemed to draw the very essence of wisdom around him like a cloak. Thor, with his mighty hammer Mjolnir at his side, approached the dwarf with a mixture of curiosity and caution. Alvis had come to claim the hand of Thor's daughter in marriage, a promise made to him by the other gods in exchange for his knowledge and craftsmanship. Thor, fiercely protective of his daughter, was not inclined to honor this promise without testing the worth of this suitor. With a voice that echoed like rolling thunder, Thor challenged Alvis, proposing a test of knowledge. If Alvis could answer all his questions by dawn, the marriage would be allowed. The hall grew silent as Thor began to ask his questions, each one more challenging than the last. Alvis, undaunted, answered with the ease and precision that came from a lifetime of learning. He spoke of the stars and their names in the tongues of elves, giants, and gods. He recited the history of the world, the origins of the elements, and the secret names of all things. Thor's questions flowed like a relentless river, but Alvis's answers were like the rocks that stood steadfast in its course. As the night wore on, a strange bond formed between the two. Thor, with his formidable strength and warrior's heart, found himself in awe of the dwarf's intellect and wisdom. Alvis, in turn, saw in Thor a guardian of the realms, a god whose might was tempered with honor. Their exchange became more than a mere test. It was a meeting of minds and spirits, a rare moment of mutual respect between a god and a dwarf. But as Alvis answered the final question, the first light of dawn began to creep into the hall. The golden rays touched Alvis's skin, and in an instant he was turned to stone. For it was known that dwarfs, creatures of the underground, could not withstand the touch of sunlight. Thor, who had come to admire the dwarf, felt a pang of sorrow. Alvis's fate was sealed not by his lack of wisdom, but by the inexorable rise of the sun. In that moment, the hall stood silent, the air thick with the weight of unspoken words. Thor looked upon the stone form of Alvis, and his heart ached with the knowledge of the sacrifice made. The dwarf's wisdom had been proven beyond doubt, but the cost had been his very life. Alvis, the all-wise, had met his end not through failure, but through the relentless march of time and the breaking of a new day. The tale of Alvis and Thor is not merely a story of a contest of knowledge, but a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between wisdom and fate. Alvis's legacy lived on, his name whispered in reverence among the gods and dwarfs alike. His knowledge, though his body was turned to stone, continued to shape the understanding of the cosmos, a silent testament to the power of wisdom and the sacrifices it demands. For Thor, the memory of that night remained a somber reminder of the price of protection and the bonds forged in unexpected moments. Every time he looked at the dawn, he remembered the dwarf who had stood before him, unwavering and wise. The stone form of Alvis became a silent guardian in the halls of Asgard, a symbol of the enduring power of knowledge and the relentless passage of time. In the end, the tale of Alvis and Thor is one of respect and loss, of wisdom gained and a life transformed. It is a story that speaks to the heart, reminding us of the profound connections that can be forged between the most unlikely of beings, and the timeless truth that wisdom, like the dawn, is both beautiful and inexorable. In the dim glow of the forge, where the air hums with ancient magic and the clang of hammers echoes like a heartbeat, two brothers, Brokkr and Sindri, work with a dedication that borders on the divine. Their skill in crafting unmatched, their creations legendary. Among these creations, none is more famous or awe-inspiring than Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. The story of Mjolnir's creation is one of both great craftsmanship and trickery. Loki, ever the mischief maker, had cut off Sif's golden hair, invoking the wrath of Thor. To make amends, Loki promised to replace her hair with something even more magnificent. To fulfill this promise, Loki sought out the best blacksmiths in all the realms, Brokkr and Sindri. He struck a deal with the brothers, promising his own head if they could create treasures more beautiful and powerful than any seen before. Brokkr and Sindri accepted Loki's challenge, their hearts burning with the desire to prove their skill. They set to work in their underground forge, where the flames burned hotter than the sun, and the air was thick with the scent of molten metal. Sindri, the master craftsman, prepared the materials, while Brokkr worked the bellows, ensuring the heat remained steady and fierce. As they worked, Loki, fearing their success, transformed into a fly to sabotage their efforts. Despite Loki's interference, biting and stinging Brokkr as he pumped the bellows, the brothers' focus did not waver. Their dedication was unshakable, their bond as strong as the metals they forged. The first creation was Gleipnir, a golden boar with bristles that glowed in the dark. The second was Draupnir, a golden ring that multiplied itself, dripping with wealth and prosperity. Each item was a masterpiece, but the final piece, the one that would cement their legacy, was Mjolnir. As Sindri placed the final piece of metal into the forge, the flames roared to life, dancing in hues of blue and white. Brokkr, despite the fly's relentless bites, maintained the bellows' rhythm, his hands moving with the precision of one who knows his work is more than just craft, it is destiny. When Sindri pulled Mjolnir from the forge, its handle was shorter than intended, a flaw caused by Loki's interference. But its power was undeniable. The hammer was imbued with the might of thunder and lightning, a weapon worthy of Thor, the god of thunder. When the treasures were presented to the gods, Mjolnir stood out, its power palpable even to those who could not wield it. Thor's joy and gratitude were boundless. He grasped Mjolnir, feeling its weight and balance, and knew that it was more than just a weapon, it was an extension of his own strength, a symbol of his might and protection over Asgard. The gods marveled at the creations, and Loki's head was spared only by another of his cunning tricks. The legacy of Brokkr and Sindri did not end with Mjolnir. Their forge continued to produce wonders that would be whispered about for generations. Their skill was such that every item they crafted carried with it a piece of their soul, a testament to their unmatched ability and the magic that flowed through their veins. The golden boar, Gullinbursti, given to Freyr, became a symbol of fertility and prosperity, its golden bristles lighting the way in the darkest of nights. Draupnir, the golden ring, gifted to Odin, became a symbol of endless wealth, dripping with gold every 9 nights. Their creations were not just treasures, they were embodiments of the dwarf spirit and the deep magic of the earth. Each item they crafted told a story, not just of their skill, but of the very essence of their being. The gods themselves held these items in reverence, understanding that they were more than mere objects. They were gifts of the earth, forged with the fire of dedication and the breath of magic. The tale of Brokkr and Sindri is a story of perseverance and excellence, of the unbreakable bond between brothers who, despite the odds, created wonders that would echo through time. Their story is a reminder that true craftsmanship is born not just of skill but of heart, that the fire of the forge is kindled by more than just flame. It is ignited by the spirit of those who wield the hammer and tongs. As the flames of their forge flicker and dance, one can almost hear the whispers of their legacy in the air, a song of metal and magic, of dedication and creation. Brokkr and Sindri, through their unparalleled craftsmanship, have carved their names into the annals of history, their creations standing as eternal symbols of their mastery and the boundless potential of the dwarven heart. In the heart of the mountains, where the world above barely whispered its secrets, the forge of Cindry and the sons of Ivaldi blazed with an otherworldly light. The clang of hammers and the hiss of molten metal were the sounds of creation, a symphony that sang of ancient magic and boundless skill. These masterful dwarfs, hidden from the eyes of gods and men, were the architects of some of the most revered treasures in Norse mythology, their contributions woven into the very fabric of the cosmos. Cindry, with eyes that saw beyond the physical realm, was a figure of immense respect and awe. His touch turned raw elements into wonders, each creation a testament to the magic and knowledge passed down through generations. Alongside him were the sons of Ivaldi, whose craftsmanship rivaled the gods themselves. These brothers were united by a bond as unbreakable as the finest steel they forged, their work an extension of their very souls. One fateful day, Loki, the trickster god, found himself at the mercy of his own mischief. Having cut off Sif's golden hair, he needed to replace it with something even more magnificent to avoid Thor's wrath. Loki turned to the dwarfs, knowing that only they could save him. He approached Cindry and the sons of Ivaldi, his silver tongue weaving promises and threats in equal measure. The brothers, driven by pride and the challenge presented by Loki, agreed to create treasures worthy of the gods. They set to work in their forge, where the heat was as intense as their determination. As the fires roared and the anvils rang, they crafted items of unparalleled beauty and power, each piece a marvel of ingenuity and magic. From the fires emerged Sif's new hair, spun from the finest gold, more radiant than the sun itself. It was a gift that not only restored her beauty but enhanced it, each strand shimmering with a light that seemed almost alive. When Thor placed it upon Sif's head, it grew as naturally as her original hair, bonding with her scalp and radiating a divine glow. Thor's anger melted away, replaced by a profound gratitude for the dwarf's unparalleled skill. But the treasures did not end there. The sons of Ivaldi also crafted Skidbladnir, a ship that could be folded and carried in a pocket but, when unfurled, could carry an entire army across the sea with the swiftest wind always at its back. This magical vessel, gifted to Freyr, became a symbol of the dwarf's ingenuity, a marvel of craftsmanship that defied the very laws of nature. Their final creation was Gleipnir, Odin's spear, which was imbued with such precision that it never missed its mark. This weapon, with its perfect balance and unerring accuracy, became a symbol of Odin's power and the unassailable might of the gods. Each thrust of Gleipnir was a testament to the dwarf's ability to infuse their creations with the essence of perfection. The contributions of Cindry and the sons of Ivaldi to Norse mythology were not just limited to their physical creations. Their stories carried profound significance, illustrating the themes of pride, skill, and the delicate balance between creation and destruction. They showed that true craftsmanship was born not only from skill but from a deep connection to the very elements of the world. In another tale, these master craftsmen faced a challenge from Loki once more. In an effort to best Brokkr and Sindri, Loki bet his own head that Cindry and the sons of Ivaldi could create items of greater worth. With the fires of their forge blazing hotter than ever, the brothers set to work, their hands moving with a speed and precision that spoke of their inner fire. This time, their creations included the golden boar Gullinbursti, whose bristles shone with their own light, guiding Freyr through the darkest nights. They also made Draupnir, a golden ring that multiplied itself every 9 nights, dripping with gold and symbolizing unending prosperity. Each item they crafted was more than just a physical object. It was a piece of their soul, a manifestation of their boundless creativity and connection to the world's magic. The story of Cindry and the sons of Ivaldi is a tapestry of awe and wonder, their contributions resonating through the halls of Asgard and beyond. Their creations were not just treasures, they were legends, each piece imbued with the magic of the earth and the spirit of the dwarfs who crafted them. Their legacy is one of brilliance and beauty, a reminder of the power of craftsmanship and the eternal dance between the creators and the divine. As the fires of their forge flicker and die, the echoes of their hammers still ring in the hearts of those who remember their tales. Cindry and the sons of Ivaldi, with their unparalleled skill and unyielding spirit, have etched their names into the annals of mythology, their creations standing as eternal symbols of their mastery and the boundless potential of the dwarven heart. In the heart of the ancient lands, where the mountains touched the sky and the earth whispered tales of old, the dwarfs and giants existed in a complex dance of conflict and alliance. Their relationships were marked by a delicate balance of power, each interaction echoing through the ages with the weight of myth and legend. One such tale began with the earth trembling under the mighty steps of the giants, their immense forms casting long shadows over the dwarfs' intricate halls carved deep within the mountains. These were not ordinary shadows, but harbingers of impending strife, for the giants, with their colossal strength, often saw the dwarfs as lesser beings. Yet, the dwarfs, though small in stature, possessed a cunning intellect and unmatched skill in craftsmanship, qualities that often turned the tide in their favor. The dwarfs, known for their unparalleled ability to shape metal and stone, created weapons and artifacts of such power that even the giants coveted them. This covetousness led to conflicts, battles that shook the very foundation of the world. The dwarfs, with their strategic minds and mastery of magic, stood their ground against the overwhelming force of the giants. One of the most famous conflicts between dwarfs and giants was the tale of Thrym, the giant king who coveted Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. Thrym, in his greed, stole the hammer, hiding it deep within the land of the giants. The loss of Mjolnir was a blow to the gods, for the hammer was not just a weapon but a symbol of Thor's strength and the protection of Asgard. The dwarfs, with their deep knowledge of the giants' land and their cunning minds, played a crucial role in the retrieval of the hammer. Loki, the trickster god, approached the dwarfs for guidance and assistance. Disguised as a bride, Thor ventured into the giants' realm with Loki by his side. The dwarfs had provided Thor and Loki with enchanted items to help them succeed in their ruse. During the wedding feast, Thrym presented Mjolnir as a wedding gift, laying it in Thor's lap. In that moment, Thor revealed his true identity, grasping the hammer with a fury that shook the heavens. With Mjolnir in hand, Thor unleashed his wrath upon the giants, defeating them with a force that echoed through the ages. The dwarfs, though not on the battlefield, were the unseen architects of this victory, their knowledge and magic pivotal in the retrieval of Mjolnir. Not all interactions between dwarfs and giants were marked by conflict. There were times when necessity forged alliances, bringing together these two formidable races. The tale of Fafnir is one such story, a tragic saga of greed and transformation. Fafnir, once a dwarf, was transformed into a dragon, driven by his insatiable lust for gold. Fafnir's transformation was a consequence of the cursed gold of Andvari, another dwarf who had been wronged by Loki. The gold, tainted by a powerful curse, brought nothing but sorrow and destruction to those who possessed it. Fafnir, in his greed, murdered his own father to claim the gold, only to be turned into a fearsome dragon, a symbol of his insatiable greed. The giants, aware of Fafnir's transformation and the cursed gold, sought alliances with the dwarfs to retrieve it. Sigurd, the legendary hero, was guided by Regin, Fafnir's brother and a dwarf of great wisdom. Regin, with a heart heavy with sorrow and vengeance, crafted a plan to slay Fafnir and reclaim the cursed gold. Sigurd, with the guidance and tools provided by Regin, confronted Fafnir in a battle that became the stuff of legends. The clash between hero and dragon shook the earth, a testament to the enduring conflict and uneasy alliances between dwarfs and giants. Sigurd's victory was a bittersweet moment, marked by the tragic betrayal of Regin, who met his end at the hands of the hero he had guided. The relationships between dwarfs and giants were as complex as the mountains they inhabited, marked by both animosity and cooperation. Their stories were woven into the very fabric of the world, each tale a thread that added depth and richness to the tapestry of Norse mythology. One cannot forget the tale of Alvis, the dwarf whose knowledge rivaled that of the gods. Alvis, in his quest for wisdom, encountered a giantess who challenged his intellect. The giantess, impressed by Alvis's wisdom, sought to learn from him, forming an unlikely alliance. Together, they explored the mysteries of the cosmos, their knowledge and power growing with each passing day. Yet, even in these moments of cooperation, the shadow of conflict loomed large. The giants, with their brute strength, often underestimated the dwarfs, leading to clashes that resonated through the ages. The dwarfs, in turn, used their intellect and magic to outwit their larger foes, proving time and again that true strength lay not in size, but in wisdom and cunning. The legacy of the dwarfs and giants is a testament to the enduring power of myth, their stories a reminder of the eternal dance between creation and destruction, wisdom and brute force. In the heart of the mountains, where the echoes of their battles still linger, the tales of their conflicts and alliances continue to inspire awe and wonder, a timeless testament to the enduring spirit of these ancient races. In the enchanted woods and shadowed mountains, where magic and mystery intertwined, the dwarfs and elves lived side by side yet worlds apart. Their realms, filled with wonder and ancient secrets, held the stories of their intertwined fates. Though they were different in many ways, the dwarfs and elves shared a deep connection to the earth and its magic, their lives shaped by the same ancient forces that breathed life into the world. The elves, ethereal and graceful, moved through their forests with a lightness that spoke of their connection to nature. They were beings of light and air, their beauty unmatched, their songs filled with the whispers of the wind and the rustle of leaves. Their homes, hidden among the trees and bathed in moonlight, were places of serene beauty, where every leaf and branch seemed to glow with a life of its own. In stark contrast, the dwarfs were beings of earth and stone, their sturdy forms and skilled hands reflecting their deep bond with the underground. They carved their homes into the mountains, creating vast halls that shone with the light of precious gems and metals. Their craftsmanship was renowned, every piece a masterpiece of skill and magic, their forges the heart of their world. Despite these differences, there were similarities that bound them together. Both races possessed a deep love for their craft, whether it was the elves weaving spells and creating art from nature, or the dwarfs forging weapons and treasures from the depths of the earth. This shared passion for creation was a bridge between their worlds, a common thread that wove their stories together. Their relations were a mix of camaraderie and conflict, shaped by their differing natures and the world around them. The elves, with their love for beauty and peace, often found the dwarfs' rough edges and love for battle hard to understand. The dwarfs, on the other hand, saw the elves as aloof and mysterious, their magic and light a stark contrast to their own grounded existence. Yet, there were moments of harmony and cooperation, times when their differences became strengths that complemented each other. One such tale tells of the creation of a great hall, a place where both elves and dwarfs could gather in peace. The elves brought their knowledge of enchantments and the beauty of the forest, while the dwarfs provided their skill in building and crafting with stone and metal. Together, they created a place of unparalleled beauty and strength, a symbol of what they could achieve when they worked together. In another story, a great threat loomed over both their realms. A dragon, its breath of fire and wings of shadow, threatened to destroy all that they held dear. The elves, with their magic and swiftness, and the dwarfs, with their strength and weapons, joined forces to face this formidable foe. Their combined efforts, blending the magic of the elves and the might of the dwarfs, led to a victory that neither could have achieved alone. This battle, fought in the heart of their shared land, became a legend, a tale of unity and strength that echoed through the ages. There were also times of tension and rivalry, moments when their differences led to misunderstandings and conflict. The tale of the elf maiden and the dwarf smith is one such story. The dwarf, with his unmatched skill, crafted a necklace of such beauty that it captured the heart of an elf maiden. But their love, bound by the necklace, was met with disapproval from both their kin. The elves saw the dwarf as unworthy, while the dwarfs believed the elf maiden could never truly understand their ways. Their love, though true, was torn apart by the prejudices and fears of their people, a poignant reminder of the challenges they faced in bridging their worlds. Yet, amidst these stories of conflict, there were always threads of hope and understanding. The elves and dwarfs, though different, were bound by their love for their land and their desire to protect it. This shared bond, stronger than their differences, was the foundation of their enduring relationship. The myths and legends of their interactions were passed down through generations, stories told by the firelight in the dwarfs' great halls and sung in the moonlit groves of the elves. These tales, filled with both conflict and cooperation, painted a rich tapestry of their shared history, a testament to the complexities of their relationship. Through these stories, the dwarfs and elves came to understand and respect each other, their differences becoming a source of fascination and admiration rather than division. The elves, with their grace and magic, saw the strength and skill of the dwarfs as something to be revered. The dwarfs, in turn, admired the elves' connection to nature and their ability to find beauty in the world around them. In the end, the relationship between dwarfs and elves was a dance of contrasts, a delicate balance of light and dark, earth and air. Their stories, filled with both conflict and harmony, were a testament to the enduring power of understanding and the strength that came from embracing their differences. As their legends continue to be told, the bond between dwarfs and elves remains a symbol of the beauty that can be found in unity, a reminder that even the most different of beings can find common ground and create something truly magical together. In the ancient times when the world was still young and magic lingered in every shadow, the lives of dwarfs and humans intertwined in ways that shaped the destinies of both races. The interactions between these two worlds, so different yet so connected, were filled with stories of friendship, mentorship, and the forging of legends. Humans, with their fleeting lifespans and unyielding spirits, often found themselves crossing paths with the enduring and wise dwarfs. These encounters, rich with the potential for both conflict and cooperation, became the heart of many myths and folklore. One such story tells of a young human hero named Sigurd, whose life was forever changed by his meeting with the dwarfs. Sigurd, known for his bravery and strength, was on a quest to reclaim his family's honor and find the treasure hidden deep within the mountains. His journey led him to the doorstep of Regin, a dwarf of great wisdom and sorrow. Regin, who had seen countless ages pass, recognized the potential in Sigurd and took him under his wing. He taught the young hero the art of smithing, the secrets of the ancient runes, and the knowledge of the stars. With Regin's guidance, Sigurd crafted a sword of unparalleled strength, a blade that gleamed with the light of the forge and the magic of the dwarfs. This sword, named Gram, was to become Sigurd's greatest ally in his battles. It was with this sword that Sigurd faced the dragon Fafnir, a creature of immense power and malice. The dragon, once a dwarf transformed by his greed, was a symbol of the twisted fate that could befall even the wisest of beings. As Sigurd plunged Gram into Fafnir's heart, the earth trembled, and the air was filled with the dragon's dying roar. This victory was not just Sigurd's, but also Regin's, a testament to the bond between human and dwarf. The treasure Sigurd claimed, though cursed, was a symbol of the trials and triumphs shared by the two races. The dwarfs, with their deep understanding of the world and their unparalleled craftsmanship, often influenced the paths of human heroes. Their weapons and artifacts, imbued with magic and skill, became the stuff of legends. These items, whether they were swords, armor, or enchanted rings, carried the essence of the dwarfs' knowledge and the weight of their ancient power. The relationship between dwarfs and humans was not always one of harmony. There were times of mistrust and misunderstanding, moments when the differences between them seemed insurmountable. Yet, even in these times, the underlying respect and recognition of each other's strengths often led to reconciliation and mutual growth. In the quiet corners of the world, where the mountains kissed the sky and the forests whispered ancient secrets, the stories of dwarfs and humans were told and retold. These tales, filled with both light and shadow, were a testament to the enduring bond between the two races. They spoke of heroes and craftsmen, of battles fought and victories won, and of the magic that bound their fates together. In the end, it was the shared experiences and the mutual respect that defined the relationship between dwarfs and humans. The humans, with their unyielding spirits and their thirst for knowledge, found in the dwarfs both mentors and allies. The dwarfs, with their deep wisdom and their mastery of the earth, saw in the humans the potential for greatness and the promise of a future shaped by their own hands. As the fires of the forge burned bright and the stars shone down upon the world, the tales of dwarfs and humans continued to inspire and captivate. These stories, passed down through generations, were a reminder of the enduring power of friendship and the magic that could be found in the most unlikely of places. In the heart of every human hero and every dwarven craftsman, the legacy of their shared history lived on, a beacon of hope and a testament to the strength that came from unity. In the ancient lands where the thunder roared and the lightning cracked, Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, stood as a symbol of unmatched power and divine protection. Its creation, a tale woven with magic and craftsmanship, is one of the most captivating stories in Norse mythology. Mjolnir was born from the fires of the underworld, forged by the skilled hands of the dwarfs Brokkr and Sindri. The story of its creation is a mix of magic and rivalry, a tale that begins with Loki's mischief. Known for his cunning and trickery, Loki sought to cause trouble among the gods by making a bet with the dwarfs. He claimed that they could not create items as magnificent as those made by his own creations. The dwarfs, eager to prove their skill, took up the challenge. In their smoky, dark forge, Brokkr and Sindri worked tirelessly, their hands moving with practiced precision as they crafted wondrous items. Loki, intent on causing chaos, transformed into a fly and buzzed around the forge, trying to distract them. Despite his best efforts, the dwarfs remained focused and completed their task. They created 3 marvelous items: a golden boar with bristles that lit up the night, a golden ship that could carry any number of gods and men, and, most importantly, Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. However, Loki's trickery took its toll. As Mjolnir was forged, the hammer's handle was accidentally shortened. Though not as perfect as intended, it was still a weapon of immense power. Upon seeing the results, Thor was initially disappointed by the hammer's short handle, but he soon came to realize its true worth. The hammer became Thor's greatest weapon, a tool of protection and strength. With Mjolnir in hand, Thor was a formidable force against the giants who threatened the gods and the world. Its significance went beyond mere combat. It symbolized the balance between order and chaos. The hammer could summon thunder and lightning, wielding nature's fury against those who would disrupt the peace. One of the most stirring tales involving Mjolnir is the story of Thor's journey to the land of the giants. The giants, ever envious of the gods, plotted to steal Mjolnir, believing that if they could possess it, they would gain the power to overthrow the gods. They sent a giant named Thrym to seize the hammer, hiding it away in the depths of his icy realm. When Thor discovered the theft, he was devastated. Mjolnir was not just a weapon, it was his symbol of strength and his connection to his divine purpose. In a desperate bid to recover it, Thor disguised himself as the goddess Freya and, with Loki's help, infiltrated Thrym's lair. The plan was daring and dangerous, but Thor's heart was set on reclaiming his hammer. In the giant's hall, dressed in a bridal gown and veiled to conceal his identity, Thor sat quietly while the giants celebrated. The giants, too naive to recognize the deception, were taken in by the sight. Thor, hidden behind the disguise, waited for the moment to strike. When the hammer was finally brought forth, Thor revealed himself, casting aside the veil and seizing Mjolnir with a triumphant roar. With Mjolnir's power unleashed, he vanquished the giants and restored peace to the gods. The story of Thor and Thrym is more than just a tale of heroism, it is a reminder of the bond between a god and his weapon, a symbol of unwavering strength and resilience. Mjolnir's ability to return to Thor's hand after being thrown, its invulnerability to magic, and its power to shape storms made it a weapon of legend. Another poignant myth involves the time when Thor's hammer was stolen by a giant named Thrym. In this tale, the loss of Mjolnir was not just a personal crisis for Thor but a grave threat to the entire cosmos. The hammer was a sacred object, its power essential for maintaining order and defending against the forces of chaos. The gods, relying on Thor's might, were left vulnerable without the hammer. When Thor eventually retrieved Mjolnir, his return to Asgard was met with immense relief and joy. The gods celebrated not only Thor's bravery but also the restoration of their balance and safety. The hammer's recovery was a testament to the unbreakable bond between Thor and his weapon, a connection that was both physical and spiritual. Mjolnir's significance extended beyond its role in battle. It was a symbol of Thor's divine authority and his role as the protector of both gods and humans. The hammer was also used in blessings and rituals, symbolizing protection and fertility. In times of great peril, the mere presence of Mjolnir was enough to instill hope and courage among the people. The hammer's legacy is etched in the hearts of those who tell its tales. It stands as a beacon of strength and protection, a reminder of the divine power that lies within the struggles and triumphs of both gods and men. Mjolnir's story, filled with bravery, sacrifice, and the enduring fight for order, resonates through the ages, a testament to the power of legend and the timeless nature of myth. In the cold shadows of the world, where fate hung by a thread, there existed a chain so powerful it could tame even the mightiest of beasts. This chain was Gleipnir, the magical binding that held the fearsome wolf Fenrir and kept him from wreaking havoc on the gods and the world. Gleipnir's story begins in a time of dire prophecy and growing fear. Fenrir, the colossal wolf, was no ordinary creature. He was destined to play a crucial role in the end times, the Ragnarok. His strength was immense, and the gods knew that he would one day break free and bring about great destruction. To prevent this, they needed a chain strong enough to hold him. The gods sought the expertise of the Dwarfs, renowned for their unparalleled craftsmanship and their ability to create items of incredible power. The Dwarfs, with their ancient knowledge and skill, took on the challenge, and the creation of Gleipnir began in the heart of their smoky, enchanted forge. The making of Gleipnir was no ordinary task. The dwarfs worked tirelessly, forging not with metal but with magical materials. They combined the essence of 6 mythical things to create the chain: the sound of a cat's footsteps, the beard of a woman, the roots of a mountain, the sinews of a bear, the breath of a fish, and the spittle of a bird. Each ingredient was rare and elusive, imbued with its own unique properties. To forge Gleipnir, they harnessed the power of these elements, blending them into a chain that was deceptively light but incredibly strong. When Gleipnir was complete, it looked like a delicate ribbon of silk, smooth and insubstantial, yet it was the strongest material ever created. It held the essence of enchantment, making it unbreakable by any force known to gods or men. Its appearance belied its strength, as it seemed fragile, but it was precisely this paradox that made it so extraordinary. With Gleipnir ready, the gods approached Fenrir, knowing that their challenge was not merely physical but also psychological. Fenrir, though bound by his fate, was cunning and wary. He sensed the gods' intent and resisted their attempts to bind him. They approached him with the chain, making him a deal: if he could break free from this seemingly flimsy bond, they would let him go. Fenrir, confident in his strength, agreed, eager to prove his might. As the gods wrapped Gleipnir around Fenrir's immense body, the chain seemed to slip and slide, as though it was too loose to hold. But when they tightened it, Fenrir found to his surprise that he could not break free. Despite his struggles, the chain remained unyielding. Gleipnir's magical properties rendered it immune to Fenrir's strength and fury. Fenrir's defeat was not just a physical triumph, it was a moment of profound realization. The gods had succeeded in capturing him with something that appeared weak but was immensely powerful. The struggle between the mighty wolf and the delicate chain echoed the larger battle between chaos and order. The gods had used their wit and the dwarfs' craftsmanship to create something that symbolized their hope for balance and control over their destiny. Bound by Gleipnir, Fenrir could not escape, and his fate was sealed. This binding, while seemingly a small act, held great significance. It prevented the prophecy of Ragnarok from unfolding prematurely, buying the gods and the world precious time. The chain's power lay not only in its physical strength, but also in the magical properties that made it so effective. The tale of Gleipnir and Fenrir is more than a story of a chain and a wolf. It is a powerful reminder of the lengths to which the gods went to protect their world. Gleipnir's creation was a feat of magical ingenuity, a testament to the dwarf's skill and the gods' determination. The chain's delicate appearance contrasted starkly with its immense strength, a symbol of hope and resilience in the face of impending doom. Gleipnir's story, filled with tension and the struggle between the divine and the monstrous, reflects the broader themes of fate, strength, and the eternal battle between order and chaos. The chain's existence and its role in containing Fenrir are a poignant reminder of the sacrifices and the intricate strategies employed by the gods to safeguard their realm and the world they cherished. In the world of Norse mythology, where gods and heroes intertwine in epic tales, there exists a ring of profound significance and magic, Draupnir. This ring, gifted to Odin, is not just a piece of jewelry, it is a symbol of abundance, power, and the delicate balance between fate and fortune. Draupnir was forged in the fires of legend, imbued with enchantments that made it extraordinary. Crafted by the dwarfs, it held the power to multiply itself. Every ninth night, Draupnir would bleed 8 new rings of equal value. This miraculous ability to create wealth was not only a testament to the dwarf's craftsmanship, but also a divine blessing that could alter the fate of anyone who possessed it. The ring's power was so immense that it was closely tied to the god Odin himself. It was said that Draupnir was a source of great prosperity for the gods. In times of need, the ring could produce gold and riches, ensuring that Asgard, the home of the gods, never lacked for wealth. Its ability to generate more gold was seen as a divine favor, a sign of Odin's influence over the forces of nature and fortune. But Draupnir's story goes beyond its magical properties. It plays a crucial role in the sagas, touching on themes of sacrifice and the cyclical nature of life and death. One of the most poignant stories involving Draupnir is its connection to the great and tragic hero, Balder. After Balder's death, Odin placed Draupnir on his funeral pyre, alongside Balder's body. This act was not merely ceremonial, it was a gesture of honoring Balder's noble spirit and ensuring that his memory would be associated with prosperity and abundance. The ring's magic was a reminder of the gods' connection to the mortal world, their influence over the fates of men, and the intricate weave of destiny that bound them all. Draupnir's ability to multiply and bring forth wealth was symbolic of the ever-turning wheel of fortune, where blessings and hardships were constantly in flux. Another legendary ring is Andvarinot, cursed by its creator, Andvari. This ring, once a source of great wealth, became a symbol of greed and misfortune. Andvari's curse, woven into the very essence of the ring, brought doom to those who sought to possess it. The story of Andvarinot is a tragic reminder of how the pursuit of wealth can lead to downfall and sorrow. Draupnir's place in the sagas is not only a testament to its magical properties, but also to the moral and thematic undertones of Norse mythology. The ring represents the divine ability to shape destiny and the consequences that come with such power. It stands as a symbol of the gods' generosity and the weight of their responsibilities. The sagas are rich with tales of how divine artifacts like Draupnir shaped the lives of gods and heroes. They offer a glimpse into the beliefs and values of the Norse people, showing how objects of power could influence fate and inspire awe. Draupnir's story is a poignant example of how myth and magic intertwine, revealing the deep-seated themes of abundance, sacrifice, and the relentless march of time. In essence, Draupnir and other magical rings are more than mere artifacts. They are vessels of divine will and symbols of the profound interplay between power and fate. Through their stories, we glimpse the eternal dance of fortune and destiny, woven into the very fabric of the universe by the hands of gods and craftsmen alike. In the dim light of ancient forges, where the air is thick with the scent of molten metal and the murmurs of old legends, the dwarfs held a chilling gift, the ability to foresee the end of the world. Their prophecies were etched not in the stars, but in the very fabric of their being, whispered through the centuries by those who crafted the very tools of fate. The dwarfs' prophecies were not merely predictions, they were a glimpse into the inevitable, the culmination of countless threads woven into the tapestry of time. These prophecies spoke of a cataclysmic end, a time when the world would be consumed by fire and chaos. This foretelling of Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods, was a heavy burden carried by the dwarfs, who, despite their mastery over the physical realm, could not escape the grip of destiny. The foretelling of Ragnarok was a somber reminder of the dwarfs' unique place in the cosmic order. While gods and heroes roamed the lands, shaping their destinies through valor and ambition, the dwarfs remained grounded in a more unchanging reality. They saw beyond the surface of the world, glimpsing the unchangeable flow of time and the inevitable destruction that lay ahead. The prophecies began with the understanding that the world was in a constant state of flux, a balance maintained by forces both seen and unseen. The dwarfs knew that every act of creation was accompanied by an equal force of destruction. Their knowledge of fate was intertwined with their understanding of this balance, and they saw the end of the world not as a sudden event, but as the culmination of countless small changes. As the dark prophecies unfolded, the dwarfs spoke of fierce battles and the coming of a great winter, Fimbulwinter, that would cover the world in ice and snow. They foretold the clash of gods and giants, a battle that would shake the heavens and split the earth. This cataclysmic vision was not merely a prediction of doom but a reflection of the eternal struggle between order and chaos, creation and destruction. Amidst these grim visions, the dwarfs also saw glimpses of hope and renewal. Their prophecies hinted that from the ashes of destruction, new life would emerge. This cyclical view of existence, where even the end marked the beginning of something new, was a testament to their deep understanding of the world's rhythms. The end was not an end, but a transformation, a chance for the world to be reborn and for life to start anew. The dwarfs' prophecies were not always welcomed by those who heard them. The gods and heroes, bound by their own struggles and desires, often found the dwarfs' visions unsettling. Yet, there was an undeniable respect for their knowledge, a recognition that the dwarfs held a mirror to the future, reflecting back the inevitable truths that others might prefer to ignore. The prophecies also carried a personal weight for the dwarfs themselves. To know the end of all things was to bear a profound responsibility. Their creations, whether weapons or artifacts, were not just tools but symbols of their understanding of fate. Each hammer strike, each forged blade, was a testament to their efforts to shape and prepare for the inevitable. Their work, while marvelously crafted, was a reflection of the knowledge that even the most magnificent creation was ultimately fleeting. The end times, as foreseen by the dwarfs, were more than mere destruction. They were a profound reminder of the interconnectedness of all things, of the delicate balance that sustained the world. The dwarfs, with their deep connection to the earth and their mastery over its hidden forces, understood this balance better than most. Their prophecies, though often somber, were a call to recognize the impermanence of all things and the importance of living with purpose and honor. In the echoes of their prophecies, one can hear the sorrow and the strength of a people who faced the reality of an inevitable end with stoic resolve. The dwarfs, with their unparalleled knowledge and their dark, prophetic visions, stood as the keepers of the truth, reminding all who would listen of the fragile beauty of existence and the ceaseless march of time. The dwarfs' prophecies, etched in the annals of myth and legend, continue to resonate through the ages. They are a testament to the enduring wisdom of a people who saw beyond the surface of the world and into the heart of destiny. Their vision of the end is a powerful reminder of the cycles of creation and destruction that shape our world, and of the indomitable spirit that persists even in the face of the inevitable. As the final battle approached, the air crackled with anticipation and dread. Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods, loomed on the horizon, promising a day of reckoning where old orders would be shattered and new ones born from the chaos. Amid the storm of fate and fury, the dwarfs, the skilled artisans of ancient legends, prepared to play their part in this apocalyptic struggle. The dwarfs, though often hidden from the spotlight of epic heroism, were not mere bystanders in this cosmic showdown. They were the creators of the weapons and artifacts that the gods would wield in their desperate fight against the forces of chaos. Each hammer stroke, each anvil's ring, had forged more than metal, it had crafted the very essence of destiny itself. When the time came, the dwarfs stepped into the fray with grim determination. Their weapons, imbued with the finest magic and craftsmanship, became crucial tools in the clash of divine and monstrous forces. They had labored over every blade and shield, knowing full well that these creations might be their last. Their own fate was intertwined with the outcome of this cataclysmic battle. The role of the dwarfs in Ragnarok was as much about their legacy as it was about their participation. In the midst of the chaos, they stood as silent witnesses to the end of an era. The gods, clad in the mighty armor forged by dwarven hands, faced the giants and the monstrous creatures that sought to bring about the world's end. The clash was not just physical but also symbolic of the eternal struggle between order and chaos. The dwarfs' creations proved their worth as they met their destiny with the courage and skill they were known for. Mjolnir, the hammer of Thor, rained destruction upon the enemies of the gods, its power a testament to the dwarf-forged craftsmanship that shaped it. Gleipnir, the magical chain that bound Fenrir, held firm even in the face of overwhelming force. These artifacts were not just tools, they were lifelines, crafted with the hope that they could turn the tide of battle. The aftermath of the final battle was a somber scene of ruin and rebirth. The dwarfs, having played their part with unwavering resolve, faced their own reckoning. Their forges, which had once been the heart of their world, lay cold and silent amidst the ashes of the old order. Yet, even in the midst of destruction, there was a glimmer of hope. From the ruins of the old world, new possibilities began to emerge. The dwarfs' contributions were not forgotten, they were remembered in the stories and the legacy they left behind. Their skill and bravery had shaped the final battle, and their creations had been pivotal in the struggle to save the world from complete annihilation. In the wake of the chaos, the dwarfs' role in Ragnarok became a poignant symbol of sacrifice and resilience. Their work had been both a shield and a sword in the face of destruction. They had stood shoulder to shoulder with gods and heroes, their presence a testament to the enduring power of craftsmanship and the unyielding spirit of those who shaped fate with their own hands. The echoes of their contributions resounded through the annals of legend. They were remembered not just as creators of mighty artifacts, but as essential players in the grand tapestry of existence. The final battle had been a crucible where their skills and their destiny had been tested to the utmost. Their role in Ragnarok was a testament to the intertwined fates of gods, giants, and those who forged the very weapons of destiny. In the shadows of ancient manuscripts and the flicker of candlelight, the dwarfs emerge vividly through the lines of the poetic Edda. These Old Norse texts, filled with rich, haunting verses, capture the essence of a world where dwarfs are not just craftsmen but central figures in the grand narrative of gods and heroes. Their stories are embedded in the heart of Norse mythology, their presence a testament to their profound impact on the world they inhabit. The poetic Edda reveals dwarfs as both revered and enigmatic beings, their tales woven with themes of wisdom, craft, and sometimes cunning. In these verses, dwarfs are depicted with an intensity that breathes life into their character, transforming them from mere mythological figures into symbols of ancient power and knowledge. One of the key texts in the poetic Edda is the Völuspá, which speaks of the creation and eventual fate of the world. Within its lines, dwarfs are mentioned not merely as background characters but as integral to the mythic fabric. They are portrayed as creators of legendary artifacts, such as the hammer Mjolnir and the chain Gleipnir, their creations holding the very essence of divine struggle and cosmic balance. This portrayal underscores their crucial role in shaping the fate of gods and men alike. The Völuspá paints a vivid picture of dwarfs working in their underground forges, their hands shaping not just metal but the course of destiny. Their work is depicted with a reverence that highlights their importance in the grand cosmic order. This representation reflects the deep respect the Norse had for their craftsmanship, acknowledging that their creations were more than tools, they were pivotal elements in the mythological narrative. In the Grimnismal, another essential Eddaic poem, dwarfs appear in a different light. This text, which delves into the mysteries of the cosmos and the lives of the gods, brings forth the dwarfs' role as keepers of hidden knowledge. Their wisdom is hinted at through their interactions with gods like Odin, who seeks out their insights. This depiction of dwarfs as bearers of esoteric wisdom adds layers to their character, showing them as not only skilled craftsmen but also as wise custodians of ancient lore. The Havamal, often considered a treasure trove of Norse wisdom, also touches upon the dwarfs in its verses. Here, their presence is a reminder of the harsh truths of existence and the importance of cleverness and resourcefulness. The poems often juxtapose the dwarfs' cunning with the might of the gods, reflecting the complex dynamics between these powerful beings. The wisdom shared in these verses, while imparting practical advice, also resonates with the larger themes of fate and survival. The significance of dwarfs in the poetic Edda is not just in their roles, but in how they embody the essence of Norse mythology. They are portrayed as figures who bridge the gap between the divine and the mortal, their creations impacting both realms. The Eddaic verses that feature dwarfs often reflect the struggles and triumphs of a world caught between order and chaos, creation and destruction. Their stories are infused with a sense of melancholy and reverence, capturing the essence of beings who live on the edge of legend and reality. In interpreting these texts, one sees that dwarfs are not merely artisans of myth, but emblematic of the themes that run through Norse mythology. They represent the intersection of craftsmanship and destiny, the tangible and the mystical. Their presence in the Edda is a testament to their enduring significance in the mythic world, where their creations and wisdom echo through the ages. The portrayal of dwarfs in the poetic Edda reflects a profound understanding of their role in the cosmic drama. They are not only creators of legendary artifacts, but also possessors of hidden knowledge, their lives intertwined with the very fate of the gods. The richness of their depiction in these ancient texts adds depth to their character, showing them as key players in the epic narrative of Norse mythology. In the shadowed corridors of Norse myth, where legends intertwine and the echoes of ancient voices linger, the dwarfs emerge with a vivid presence in the prose Edda. Snorri Sturluson's work, penned in the 13th century, offers a window into the world of these enigmatic beings, showcasing their roles and characteristics with a clarity that breathes life into their mythic tales. The prose Edda, unlike the fragmented verses of earlier texts, presents dwarfs with a detailed and structured portrayal. Sturluson's depiction is both intricate and reverent, capturing the essence of dwarfs as central figures in Norse mythology. His descriptions paint them not only as masterful craftsmen, but also as beings of immense cunning and depth. One of the most compelling stories in the prose Edda is the tale of the creation of Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. This story highlights the dwarfs' unparalleled skill and their crucial role in the divine struggle. According to the prose Edda, the hammer was forged by the dwarfs Brokkr and Sindri, whose craftsmanship was so exceptional that their work became legendary. The hammer's creation is not just a tale of skill, but also of a high-stakes contest where the dwarfs' abilities were put to the test. The story of Mjolnir's creation showcases the dwarfs' incredible talents and their central role in shaping the weapons that gods relied on for protection. In another vivid story, Snorri recounts the tale of the golden hair of Sif, Thor's wife. This tale reveals the dwarfs' cunning and their complex relationships with the gods. Loki, the trickster god, cut off Sif's beautiful hair, and in retaliation, the dwarfs were forced to craft new hair for her, made of gold. This golden hair had the power to grow like real hair, symbolizing the dwarfs' magical craftsmanship. The story not only highlights their exceptional skill, but also their ability to wield magic through their creations, showing their dual nature as both craftsmen and sorcerers. The prose Edda also brings to light the intricate social structure and hierarchies within the world of dwarfs. Snorri describes them as beings of great wisdom and skill, often living in their own underground realms. These realms are depicted as places of intense activity and creativity, where the dwarfs work tirelessly, shaping not just physical objects but the very fate of the gods and the cosmos. One of the most fascinating aspects of Sturluson's portrayal is how he presents the dwarfs as a bridge between the divine and the mortal. They are not mere background figures, but active participants in the cosmic drama. Their interactions with gods like Odin, Thor, and Loki demonstrate their significance in the mythological narrative. For instance, their role in creating powerful artifacts like Mjolnir and Gleipnir, the chain that bound Fenrir, underscores their importance in the cosmic balance. In addition to their creative prowess, the prose Edda introduces dwarfs with a rich array of attributes. They are portrayed as beings who possess profound knowledge and are often involved in intricate schemes and bargains. This portrayal adds depth to their character, depicting them as both ingenious and somewhat enigmatic. Their interactions with gods and heroes often carry an undercurrent of mystery, highlighting their complex nature. Snorri's portrayal of dwarfs in the prose Edda is not just a recounting of their deeds, but a reflection of their deeper significance in Norse mythology. Through his detailed stories and descriptions, dwarfs emerge as figures of immense talent and wisdom, their actions intertwined with the fates of gods and mortals alike. Their role in crafting legendary artifacts and participating in divine dramas reveals a world where their influence is both profound and enduring. As the pages of the prose Edda turn, the dwarfs' tales resonate with the intensity of their creations and the weight of their contributions to the mythological narrative. They are depicted as masterful artisans and shrewd negotiators, their lives and works etched into the fabric of Norse legend. Through Sturluson's lens, the dwarfs are brought into sharp focus, their legacy a testament to their pivotal role in the grand tapestry of ancient myth. From the echoes of ancient tales to the pages of modern fantasy, dwarfs have leapt into contemporary literature and media with a vibrancy that captivates and enchants. The evolution of these mythical beings from Norse legends to beloved characters in today's stories is a testament to their timeless appeal and enduring significance. In contemporary literature, dwarfs have shed their ancient constraints and emerged as diverse and multifaceted characters. No longer confined to the shadows of myth, they now shine in the spotlight of modern narratives. They are depicted with a range of traits. Some reflect the ancient legends of skilled craftsmen and wise beings, while others are reimagined with fresh attributes that resonate with today's audiences. One of the most notable examples of dwarfs in modern literature is J.R.R. Tolkien's work. In The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, Tolkien presents dwarfs as a proud and honorable race. Characters like Thorin Oakenshield and Gimli are crafted with a depth that honors their mythological roots while infusing them with new life. Tolkien's dwarfs are not only skilled in craftsmanship but also display a rich cultural heritage and complex personalities. Their struggles, victories, and quests add layers of emotional depth, transforming them from ancient mythological figures into beloved heroes. The influence of Tolkien's portrayal extends far beyond his own works. In modern fantasy genres, dwarfs often appear with a blend of characteristics drawn from ancient myths and contemporary twists. They are depicted as fierce warriors, brilliant engineers, and wise leaders, reflecting a blend of old-world mystique and modern sensibilities. These portrayals honor the dwarfs' legendary origins while exploring new dimensions of their characters. In popular media, dwarfs have continued to captivate audiences through films, television series, and video games. In the Chronicles of Narnia, the character of Trumpkin the dwarf brings a blend of bravery and wit to the story, demonstrating how dwarfs can embody a rich mix of traditional and innovative traits. Similarly, in the Witcher series, dwarfs like Yarpen Zygrin are portrayed with a gritty realism that makes them feel both familiar and refreshingly new. Video games, too, have played a significant role in reshaping the image of dwarfs. Games like World of Warcraft and the Elder Scrolls series feature dwarfs as integral, playable characters. These games offer players the opportunity to engage with dwarfs in a way that combines ancient mythological traits with interactive storytelling. In these digital worlds, dwarfs are often depicted as stalwart defenders, masterful craftsmen, and complex individuals with rich backstories. Their presence in games not only reflects their traditional attributes, but also allows players to explore new facets of their character. Modern interpretations of dwarfs also delve into themes of resilience and diversity. In contemporary fantasy literature, dwarfs are frequently portrayed as a race facing challenges and overcoming adversity. Their stories often highlight themes of struggle, identity, and redemption, making them relatable to today's readers and viewers. This shift in portrayal adds emotional depth, allowing audiences to connect with dwarfs on a personal level. The impact of dwarfs on the fantasy genre is profound. Their presence has helped shape the way mythical creatures are depicted and understood in modern storytelling. By integrating elements from ancient myths with contemporary themes and narratives, modern interpretations of dwarfs continue to enrich the fantasy genre. They serve as a bridge between past and present, bringing ancient legends into the heart of modern imagination. The journey of dwarfs from the depths of Norse mythology to the forefront of contemporary literature and media reflects their enduring appeal and versatility. They have transformed from shadowy figures of old legends into vibrant characters who capture the hearts of new generations. Whether as mighty heroes, cunning craftsmen, or wise sages, dwarfs remain a powerful symbol of the connection between myth and modern storytelling. Their stories continue to inspire and resonate, proving that the magic of these ancient beings is as captivating today as it ever was. In the shadowed depths of Norse mythology, dwarfs stand as symbols of more than just their storied presence. They embody the very essence of craftsmanship, wisdom, and trickery. Each aspect of their being carries deep significance, reflecting values and ideas cherished by the ancient Norse people. Craftsmanship is perhaps the most striking of these symbols. Dwarfs are renowned for their incredible skill in creating magical items and artifacts. Their forges, hidden away in the deepest caverns of the world, are places of wonder where raw materials are transformed into objects of immense power and beauty. The creation of Mjolnir, Thor's mighty hammer, and Gleipnir, the unbreakable chain that bound Fenrir, are just two examples of their masterful work. These artifacts are not mere tools, but symbols of strength, protection, and binding justice. Through these legendary creations, dwarfs represent the pinnacle of craftsmanship, a blend of raw talent, endless dedication, and an almost divine touch that transforms the mundane into the extraordinary. Wisdom is another key trait associated with dwarfs. In the vast tapestry of Norse mythology, dwarfs are often depicted as keepers of ancient knowledge. Their deep understanding of the natural world and its hidden forces sets them apart as wise beings. This wisdom is not always given freely, it is earned through trials and shared in moments of great need. In tales like those of Alvis, the dwarf whose knowledge was vast yet who met a tragic end due to his inability to adapt, wisdom is shown as both a gift and a burden. Dwarfs, through their lore and stories, embody the notion that wisdom is intertwined with responsibility and that knowledge, while powerful, must be wielded with care. Trickery, though a more ambiguous trait, is also part of the dwarf's symbolic role. In the myths, dwarfs are not only creators and wise figures, but also cunning tricksters. Loki, the Norse god of mischief, often interacts with dwarfs in ways that reveal their capacity for deception and cleverness. The tale of how Loki tricks the dwarfs into crafting gifts for the gods, gifts that include Mjolnir and other powerful items, highlights the dwarfs' complex nature. Their trickery is not simply for malice but often serves as a means to an end, a way to navigate the intricacies of the divine and mortal worlds. This aspect of their character represents the idea that wisdom and skill can sometimes be employed in ways that are not straightforward, adding layers of complexity to their role in the myths. In Norse culture, dwarfs symbolize the interplay between the tangible and the mystical. They are the craftsmen of the gods, the keepers of ancient secrets, and the tricksters who navigate the boundaries of reality and myth. Their presence in the myths reflects the Norse values of skill, intelligence, and the recognition that even the most respected beings can possess an element of unpredictability. The symbolic roles of dwarfs resonate deeply with the ancient Norse worldview. They embody the belief that the world is shaped by both visible and invisible forces, and that mastery over these forces comes through skill, wisdom, and sometimes, cunning. By reflecting these traits, dwarfs help to convey the cultural values of the Norse people, illustrating the profound connection between their everyday lives and the mythic stories that shaped their understanding of the world. Through the lens of dwarf mythology, we glimpse a culture that celebrated the complexity of human nature and the intricate dance between creation, knowledge, and the mysterious forces that govern existence. In the tapestry of Scandinavian culture, dwarfs leave an indelible mark, their legacy woven into the very fabric of myth and tradition. Their influence stretches far beyond ancient Norse tales, touching aspects of culture and creativity that continue to captivate and inspire. The dwarfs' impact on Scandinavian culture is profound. They are not just characters of old stories, but symbols of enduring values and craft. From ancient sagas to modern interpretations, the essence of dwarfs remains a vibrant part of the cultural landscape. Their tales, filled with remarkable feats and profound wisdom, continue to resonate, reflecting the values and beliefs of a bygone era. In Scandinavian folklore, they are revered not just for their mythical achievements, but for their embodiment of perseverance, skill, and the intricate balance of light and shadow in human nature. This legacy extends beyond Scandinavian borders, influencing global popular culture. In literature, art, and media, the image of the dwarf has evolved, yet the core attributes remain intact. Whether in the fantasy realms of Tolkien's Middle-earth or the whimsical worlds of modern fantasy novels, dwarfs are depicted as both mighty and wise, their craft central to the narrative. Their portrayal in contemporary fantasy, while diverse, retains echoes of the ancient myths that first brought them to life. Through these stories, the dwarf's legacy endures, touching audiences across the globe and bridging ancient tradition with modern imagination. The preservation of these myths and stories is a testament to their lasting impact. Ancient manuscripts, like the poetic and prose Eddas, are crucial in keeping the tales of dwarfs alive. These texts, carefully transcribed and preserved through the centuries, provide a window into the rich world of Norse mythology. The dwarf stories are meticulously recorded, ensuring that their legends are not lost to time but are passed down through generations. Scholars and enthusiasts alike continue to study and celebrate these myths, keeping the spirit of the dwarfs alive in the modern world. In addition to written records, oral traditions played a vital role in preserving these stories. For centuries, storytellers and bards have passed down the tales of dwarfs, keeping their legends alive in the hearts and minds of their audiences. This oral tradition not only preserved the stories but also allowed them to evolve, adapting to new contexts while maintaining their core elements. The legacy of dwarfs is also reflected in the continuing fascination with their lore. Museums, literature, and even pop culture celebrate their mythical achievements and unique characteristics. Their role in shaping tales of heroism, wisdom, and craftsmanship remains central to understanding Norse mythology and its influence on modern storytelling. As we reflect on the legacy of the dwarfs, we see a profound connection between the past and present. Their stories, rich with symbolism and meaning, continue to inspire and captivate, ensuring that their influence endures. From ancient sagas to contemporary tales, the legacy of the dwarfs remains a powerful and poignant reminder of the enduring power of myth and the universal themes that connect us across time and space. In the vast and intricate tapestry of global mythology, dwarfs emerge as fascinating figures, not just in Norse myths, but across various cultures. Their stories, though distinct, resonate with striking similarities and differences that reveal the rich, shared themes of human experience. In Norse mythology, dwarfs are renowned for their remarkable craftsmanship and profound wisdom. These beings, residing in the dark and mysterious underground realms, are depicted as master blacksmiths whose creations are pivotal to the gods and heroes. They forge magical items like Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, and the chain Gleipnir that binds the monstrous wolf Fenrir. Their lives are intertwined with themes of hidden knowledge and formidable skill, reflecting a cultural reverence for those who work behind the scenes, shaping fate from the shadows. Comparatively, in Celtic mythology, the figure of the dwarf, often referred to as the leprechaun or gnome, shares intriguing parallels with their Norse counterparts. Celtic dwarfs are also skilled in craftsmanship and are deeply connected to the earth. They are frequently portrayed as guardians of hidden treasures, echoing the Norse dwarfs' role as keepers of powerful artifacts. However, Celtic dwarfs are often depicted with a mischievous or trickster quality, adding an element of playful cunning that contrasts with the more somber and serious nature of Norse dwarfs. In Greek mythology, the archetype closest to the Norse dwarf might be the Cyclops. Though not a direct match, Cyclopes share the dwarf's association with craftsmanship. These one-eyed giants, who live in isolation and are skilled in forging weapons and armor for the gods, embody a similar blend of magical craftsmanship and distant, somewhat menacing presence. Yet, the Cyclops' larger-than-life, somewhat brutish demeanor contrasts with the Norse dwarf's intricate and refined artistry. In contrast, the Hindu tradition presents a unique perspective with its depiction of the Rakshasas, a class of supernatural beings often characterized by their magical powers and sometimes monstrous forms. Although Rakshasas differ in their overall nature, they share the dwarfs' connection to hidden knowledge and their role in shaping mystical elements. However, Rakshasas are typically portrayed as malevolent and deceitful, whereas Norse dwarfs, despite their secretive nature, are generally seen as valuable allies or craftsmen with deep connections to the divine and heroic figures. The differences and similarities across these mythologies reveal fascinating insights into how cultures interpret the archetype of the dwarf. In Norse mythology, dwarfs symbolize the hidden power and potential that lie beneath the surface, reflecting the value placed on skill and the unseen forces that shape the world. Celtic myths introduce a playful, trickster element, showcasing a different facet of the magical and mysterious. Greek myths highlight the grand, somewhat intimidating craftsmanship of beings who, despite their power, exist in isolation from the gods' more glamorous world. Hindu myths, with their Rakshasas, emphasize the dual nature of mystical beings, blending danger with hidden wisdom. These comparative elements underscore a shared human fascination with those who dwell on the periphery of the known world. Dwarfs across cultures embody the archetype of the hidden or overlooked figure who wields immense power and knowledge. They serve as symbols of the unseen forces that influence and shape the destiny of heroes and gods. Whether through their craftsmanship, their role in magical events, or their interactions with the divine, these beings capture the imagination and reflect universal themes of mystery, power, and the interplay between light and darkness. As we examine these diverse portrayals, we see a vivid tapestry of mythological figures who, despite their differences, connect with one another through the shared motifs of craftsmanship, hidden knowledge, and the powerful yet enigmatic nature of the unseen forces that shape our world. In the heart of Scandinavia, beneath layers of earth and time, lie the whispers of a forgotten world. Ancient artifacts unearthed from Viking-age settlements and burial sites offer a tangible connection to the legends of dwarfs that have captivated imaginations for centuries. Each discovery tells a story, a piece of a grand puzzle that links the tangible past with the mythical. One of the most intriguing finds is the discovery of intricate metalwork from the Viking period. Beautifully crafted jewelry, finely detailed weaponry, and elaborate tools reveal a craftsmanship that echoes the skill attributed to dwarfs in Norse mythology. These artifacts, brooches, rings, and pendants, are not merely beautiful, they are functional works of art that reflect a society deeply engaged in both practical and symbolic artistry. The precision and complexity of these items suggest a culture with a profound appreciation for the art of creation, a trait often ascribed to the mythical dwarfs who forged legendary weapons and enchanted objects. Another significant find is the discovery of runestones and inscriptions that bear references to gods and mythical figures, including dwarfs. These stones, etched with runes, provide glimpses into how the ancients understood and represented their world. Some inscriptions mention dwarfs directly, hinting at their revered status in the society that once believed in their existence. These runic carvings often contain phrases or symbols associated with craftsmanship and magic, reinforcing the idea that dwarfs were seen as both powerful and influential in the lives of those who lived centuries ago. Archaeological evidence also includes the remains of ancient forges and workshops, where it is believed that skilled artisans labored over their craft. These sites, often found in the ruins of Viking settlements, contain remnants of smelting and forging processes that would have been essential to the creation of high-quality metalwork. The presence of these workshops supports the idea that such craftsmanship, as described in myths, was not only a legend but also a reality. The methods and tools discovered here align closely with the descriptions of the dwarfs' work in the myths, suggesting a cultural memory of these legendary smiths. The grave goods found in Viking burial sites also provide clues. Richly adorned graves often contain items that would have been seen as magical or symbolic, including items with intricate designs and motifs. The care with which these items were buried suggests a belief in their importance, potentially reflecting the reverence for craftsmanship and magical significance described in the myths. These graves sometimes include miniature versions of tools or weapons, possibly indicating that the deceased were believed to take their skills or magic with them into the afterlife. Artifacts such as the Guldgubber, gold leaf figures discovered in Denmark, add another layer to this connection. These small, delicate pieces of gold, often inscribed with symbols and motifs, are thought to be offerings or charms. Their craftsmanship is exquisite, suggesting a deep respect for the skills of those who created them. The symbolism and artistry in these figures may reflect the same magical and artistic qualities attributed to the dwarfs in mythological stories. The connection between these archaeological findings and the myths of dwarfs highlights a fascinating intersection of history and legend. Each artifact not only supports the idea of skilled craftsmanship, but also provides a tangible link to the stories that have shaped our understanding of these mythical beings. Through the remnants of a bygone era, we glimpse the world that inspired the tales of dwarfs who wielded incredible power and skill. The artifacts, inscriptions, and remnants of ancient workshops weave together a narrative that suggests the myths of dwarfs were deeply rooted in the lived experience of the Viking Age. They paint a picture of a society that cherished the artistry and magic associated with these figures, embedding them into both their everyday life and their stories. As we uncover these traces of the past, we come to see that the legends of dwarfs were not merely flights of fancy but reflections of a rich and vibrant culture that revered craftsmanship, magic, and the mysterious powers of the unseen world. Amid the quiet hum of libraries and the soft rustle of pages turning, scholars pore over ancient texts and artifacts, searching for the heart of Norse mythology's most enigmatic figures, the dwarfs. Their interpretations and debates bring these mythical beings to life in ways both profound and unexpected. One of the most compelling modern interpretations sees dwarfs as symbols of the primal forces of nature and the earth. These scholars argue that dwarfs represent the raw, untamed power of the earth's minerals and metals. In this view, dwarfs are not just skilled smiths, but embodiments of the natural world's hidden strength. This perspective resonates with the awe-inspiring beauty of the precious metals they forged, objects of great value and mystery. Dwarfs, then, become more than mere characters. They are the living essence of the earth's hidden treasures, their craftsmanship a reflection of nature's own artistry. Other scholars focus on the socio-cultural role of dwarfs in Norse society. They examine how dwarfs, through their mythological depictions, reflect societal values and fears. In these interpretations, dwarfs are seen as representatives of the skilled but marginalized artisan class. Their intricate work and magical abilities highlight both admiration for their craftsmanship and underlying anxieties about their power. By exploring the social dynamics within Norse communities, these scholars provide insight into how dwarfs mirrored and influenced the societal structures and relationships of their time. Debates also center on the nature of dwarfs' magical abilities. Some theories propose that the magical elements associated with dwarfs, such as their ability to create enchanted objects, were a way to explain advanced craftsmanship and technological skills. This view suggests that the myths surrounding dwarfs' magical artifacts were a form of mythological explanation for the remarkable skill of historical smiths and artisans. For instance, the idea that dwarfs forged powerful items like Mjolnir or Gleipnir could symbolize real-world advancements in metalworking techniques and tools. Conversely, another theory posits that the magical aspects of dwarfs reflect a broader belief in the supernatural power of craftsmanship itself. In this interpretation, the creation of magical objects is not just about explaining skill, but about celebrating the mystical power imbued in the act of creation. Dwarfs' ability to shape and enchant objects becomes a metaphor for the transformative power of creativity and the divine inspiration that artists and craftsmen seek. Some scholars explore the psychological and symbolic dimensions of dwarfs. They argue that dwarfs symbolize the shadowy, often hidden aspects of the human psyche. Just as dwarfs live in the dark, underground realms of Norse mythology, they represent the parts of ourselves that are not always visible, our fears, desires, and hidden potential. In this view, the dwarf's role in myths becomes a reflection of the inner struggles and strengths that shape human experience. Their interactions with gods and heroes mirror the ways we confront and integrate these hidden aspects of ourselves. Theories about the dwarf's role in the cosmos also provoke lively discussions. Some interpretations suggest that dwarfs are integral to the mythological cosmology, representing the balance between chaos and order. Their creation from Ymir's body and their role in crafting powerful artifacts illustrate their central place in the cosmic order. In this context, dwarfs are seen as key players in the ongoing struggle between order and chaos, their creations serving as both tools and symbols of cosmic balance. Amid these interpretations, debates continue about the dwarfs' cultural and historical significance. Some scholars argue that the myths of dwarfs were influenced by older, pre-Norse traditions, and that these stories evolved over time to reflect the changing values and beliefs of the Norse people. Others suggest that the Norse myths of dwarfs were unique creations, deeply rooted in the specific cultural and environmental contexts of Scandinavia. These discussions highlight the complexity of mythological development and the ways in which ancient stories adapt to reflect changing societal and historical realities. As scholars grapple with these interpretations, they bring fresh perspectives to the ancient tales of dwarfs. Their work not only sheds light on the historical and cultural significance of these figures, but also offers a deeper understanding of the ways in which myths resonate with universal human experiences. Through their analyses, dwarfs emerged not just as mythical beings of ancient stories, but as symbols of enduring truths about nature, creativity, and the human psyche. In the dim, echoing caverns of ancient stories, the dwarfs of Norse mythology stand as vivid testaments to the rich tapestry of a bygone world. Their role in these tales is not merely background noise, but the heartbeat of some of the most enduring legends ever told. From the fires of their forges to the shadows of their underground homes, dwarfs have left an indelible mark on myth and culture. Dwarfs are most vividly remembered for their unmatched skills in craftsmanship. They are the master smiths of the gods, shaping weapons and treasures with a skill that transcends mortal understanding. Mjolnir, Thor's mighty hammer, and Gleipnir, the unbreakable chain that bound Fenrir, are not just artifacts, they are symbols of power and divine intervention. These creations are a testament to the dwarfs' remarkable ability to blend magic and metallurgy, making them indispensable to the gods and crucial to the unfolding drama of the cosmos. Their role extends beyond mere creation. Dwarfs are woven into the very fabric of the world's fate. They are present at the birth of many of its greatest myths and crucial events. The very act of forging these legendary items speaks of a deeper truth, the intertwining of craftsmanship with destiny. Through their creations, the dwarfs influence the outcomes of epic battles and the balance of cosmic forces. Their work is both practical and prophetic, reflecting their integral part in the mythological order. The enduring significance of dwarfs is not confined to their mythical exploits. Their stories touch on profound themes of creation, power, and fate. They are the humble artisans whose work carries the weight of gods and heroes alike. In their stories, we find a reflection of human aspirations and struggles, the quest for mastery, the desire to shape one's own destiny, and the challenge of balancing power with responsibility. Moreover, the portrayal of dwarfs speaks to the universal fascination with the hidden and the mystical. Their underground homes and their secretive natures symbolize the depths of the human experience, our fears, our hopes, and the parts of ourselves that lie beneath the surface. Through these mythical beings, ancient storytellers have explored themes of isolation, wisdom, and the awe-inspiring beauty of the unknown. The dwarfs' impact extends into modern times, influencing literature, art, and popular culture. Their enduring appeal lies in their embodiment of timeless archetypes, the master craftsman, the trickster, the wise elder. These roles resonate with contemporary audiences as much as they did with the ancients. In modern fantasy, dwarfs continue to captivate with their blend of ruggedness and magic, reflecting the timeless allure of myth. Through their legends, the dwarfs remind us of the importance of skill and creativity, the power of myth to shape our understanding of the world, and the way ancient stories continue to speak to our deepest fears and aspirations. Their presence in Norse mythology is not just a historical artifact, but a living testament to the enduring power of myth and its ability to connect past and present.